So, Donald, why haven't you attacked Iran yet? If you don't attack soon, I will release the Epstein files.
Okay, BB, I'll do whatever you want. As President of the United States, I will always support Jewish Americans, and I will always be a friend and a champion to the Jewish people. I have been. And I will say, if you go back 10, 12, 15 years ago at the most, the strongest lobby in Washington was the Jewish lobby. It was Israel. That's no longer true. You have to be very careful. You have a Congress in particular which is becoming anti-Semitic. You have AOC +3. You have those people, Ilhan Omar, she hates Jewish people. And you have to be very careful because there's been a big change. If you go back 15 years ago, I'm not Jewish, but my father was very friendly with many, many Jewish people, was honored by Federation. I would go with him to Federation of Jewish Philanthropies and many other things. And we grew up respecting and loving Jewish people. You don't even think about it. In Brooklyn and Queens mostly. And my father didn't go to Manhattan. He never went to Manhattan from the standpoint. He could never understand how in Brooklyn you could buy a piece of land for $3 a foot and how in Manhattan you had to pay $1,000 a foot. He said, I can't get that. I don't like it. I like to buy it for $3. So it was different. It's a different thinking. In a way, I'm glad he didn't do that because he let me have some of that fun. And I had a lot of fun in Manhattan. We did great. But my father would tell me the most powerful lobby that there is in this country is the Jewish lobby. It's the Israeli lobby. It's not that way anymore. You have a lot of people in your way. You have a lot of people that don't want to help Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that don't like Israel. You have a lot of people in Congress that, in a way, I think, Mike, we could say it, right? You're there. You're doing an amazing job, Mike Lawler. They hate Israel. They hate Israel. And if you would have told me 15 years ago that that was possible, Jason, I would have said, there's no way. There's no way that's possible. But it's happening. And obviously it's getting progressively worse. Less so in the Senate, but the Senate's starting also. You get glimmers, when I'm in the back rooms talking to people, you get glimmers of statements that you say, whoa, where did that come from? So we have to be, Sid, we have to be very careful because bad things are happening. And then you see what goes on in Australia or October 7th. How about October 7th? And then you have people that deny it ever happened. How about the people that deny, like they deny the Holocaust, but you figure, well, that's just many years. Well, October 7th is not many years at all. And you have people that deny October. I saw tape that I wish I never saw it, actually. I wish I never saw it. I got to see tape that some of you got to see, but as president, I got to see things I wish I never saw. But there's no denying it. But then they'll say, oh, the tape was a rigged tape. It was a tape that never existed. They made it up. It's just propaganda. I don't know if they believe it. I don't think they believe it, but you have to be very, very careful. Bad things are happening, and we're not going to let that happen. While I'm president and the DOJ and Harmeet, we're not going to let it happen. But please be vigilant and careful because you have some bad people that are now in Congress that were unthinkable to be in Congress 12, 13, 14 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yo, so we back in here for another episode. Now, I fucked that up. So we back in here for another episode of F-ya-Motha, and I don't know what this fucking idiot is rambling about. Damn, I'm fucking up. Only thing I can say is that we in this war because somebody posted at the bottom of that video. I don't know if y'all can see it. What the fuck does Netanyahu got on this nigga? According to the Epstein's files, I would not be surprised if they didn't have a whole grape video on this nigga, him doing the graping, because there's no reason why he need to be pandering to Israel so hard, right? It actually reminds me of a video, and I should have ripped it, but I don't like to really quote this idiot. Myron Gaines says that we've been helping them out for so long that, like, if they destroy and take over Iran and the rest of the Middle East, what's going to stop them from turning on us? And that was some real shit. I honestly believe, maybe erroneously, that that if they don't need us, they'll probably turn on us, because this he goes on to say that they've done a whole bunch of backhanded, sneaky, double agent type shit. So what's to keep them from turning on us? And if they have been sneaky like that while they needed us, what's to keep them from turning on us when they don't need us? And that's a good damn question. So the fact that he's pandering to Israel is beyond me. The only thing I know is, if don't no bombs come over here, it's another day in paradise. Now, what's happening over there and the people that's dying and losing their lives, it's unfortunate and my heart bleeds, right? Because y'all watch my videos long enough, you know I believe that everybody should be given the opportunity to live. Nobody should be bombed. And me personally, if I had it my way, we would live harmoniously together. So my heart bleeds. These people got to go through the business, and Trump is double teaming Iran with Israel. It just makes me feel like they extorting Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Epstein clearly has something on every single politician in America. Has to. There's no reason we're over there. Even if it's a proxy war, we shouldn't even be assisting in the bullshit. Because, I mean, last time I checked, Iran ain't did shit to us. And like they said should have sovereignty to develop their own weapons, right? To keep people off their ass. I mean, they didn't say it in those words, but they might as well. They might as well have said that shit. They said that they should be able to develop their weapons as a means of protection. So, and I agree. Like, who the fuck is America to say I can't have weapons, right? And people always go into this notion that, well, America thinks that if they're given nuclear weapons, they'll launch one. Why the fuck would they do that? Not only that, America is actually shown to be psychopaths. If anybody was to drop a nuclear first, it'd be us. Well, let me reel that shit back in. Not us, them niggas, our government, these scumbags in political office. They be the first to do that shit. Other countries, and I'm not saying Islam is more peaceful, but from what I've gathered in the news, right and left, they want to oppress their own people and the women and not let them read and shit like that, right? They not trying to kill us. Now they chant death to America periodically, but I mean, realistically, considering the shit that we've done and all the imperial bases that we got around the world, I mean, people who's coming in your country, displacing it, disabling it, stealing resources and shooting people and shit, yeah, you wouldn't like them either. So yeah, I believe that people that practice the Islamic faith and even Islamic clerics and Islamic Republic leaders don't necessarily want to do shit to America. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe they just given a chance to get the weapons to fuck us up. Maybe they will. We'll never know. And maybe the white man of our government is just getting in front of the shit. Maybe that, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe they just getting in front of the bullshit and trying not to let it happen. Maybe they know something I don't know. I'm not in political government, so maybe there's a lot of things they could probably have spy intel. These motherfuckers are having private meetings talking about killing us, all types of crazy shit, right? Who knows? What I do know is Trump said he wasn't gonna go to war, and here we are. Not only he's talking about we wasn't gonna go to war, and now he's talking about we're going to war, but he's kissing the kneecaps of Jewish people. Now he did say, to his defense, he did say Jewish Americans, so he might not be talking about Israeli Jewish people, but he did talk about the whole Jewish lobbyists and how they were controlling politicians of years ago, and now not so much. But it seems like they got his ass by the balls. So make that make sense. Or maybe I understood the video wrong. Maybe there's more context. Y'all fill me in. I don't necessarily be talking about Jewish people as it pertains to politics, because I'm unfamiliar with a lot of Jewish involvement within our government. So if you know some shit, drop it down in the comment section. Me, like I said, I'm a black man, talking about Israelis or Jewish people or Israel. It just ain't our forte. We have other shit to talk about. Even though we cover politics, there's not a lot of dudes railing on Israel and Jewish people. That ain't our shit. Maybe that's white nationalist shit. I don't know. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.